Okay, let's do this problem. Y equal 2 cosine of 4x minus 7 sine of 4x. Then the first thing is to try to write this as a sine of 4x plus b. And the formulas are a is the square root of this coefficient, which is 2 squared, plus 7 squared. This is the square root of 4 plus 49, which is the square root of 53. Now, the other formulas to find b, we use this equation. We use sine of b. Sine of b is the coefficient that is next to the cosine. Then is 2 divided by a, the square root of 53. And the other one, cosine of b, is the coefficient that is next to the sine. He alternates. Then it's negative 7 over a square root of 53. Then we notice that by looking at the value of sine and cosine, sine is positive and cosine is negative. That means that b is in which quadrant that would be? Sine is positive and cosine is negative. B should be in quadrant 2. That means that b should be between 90 and 180. Okay, now we can use either one. I think if I use this one, I will get the value right away. B is equal to cosine inverse of negative 7 over a square root of 53. Let me use the calculator. Let's check. To check that the calculator is in radians, you do sine of 90. If you get 1 is in degrees, then let's do cosine inverse of negative 7 divided by a square root of 53. And then close parentheses. This is 164.0546. We check, is it in the second quadrant? It is. Then this is the value that we are looking for. We don't have to change it. But when we're doing a graph or solving an equation, we want this to be in radians. This is in degrees. Then to make it in radians, multiply it by pi. Pi, where is pi here? What is pi?
To the right. Second. Press second.
Right there.
Second.
And this top
And
over
top.
Pi. Pi divided by 180. And then we get 2.86329 radians. That means that we already have a and b. And then this is just a square root of 53 times sine of 4x plus 2.86329. But now that we have this, we can say that a is a square root of 53. Omega is 4, here is omega. The phi is negative 2.86329. Remember that the phi changes the sign here. And the phase shift, the formula is phi divided by omega. In this case, it is negative 2.86329 divided by 4. And then when I divide this by 4, I get 0.7158. This is the phase shift. And the period is 2 pi over omega. And in this case, we get 2 pi divided by 4, which is pi over 2. And the amplitude is just absolute value of a, which is a square root of 53. And that's the answer.